Namaste everyone, welcome back in the series of Yoga for Healthy Back. In today's video, we will see 3 asanas, Marjarasana, Bhujangasana and Shalabhasana. So we start with Marjarasana, we start our practice with Marjarasana. Marjarasana is the very simple practice to release the tension from our back and to improve the flexibility of our spine. So now we are going for the practice of Marjarasana, Marjarasana 1, 2 and 3. So we have 3 variations of Marjarasana. I request Banwari ji to release this posture and stand on your hands and your knees for Marjarasana. So for Marjarasana, you have to stand on your hands and your knees, your palms under your shoulders and your knees coming under your buttocks. Those who are suffering from severe shoulder pain or severe knee pain, they have to avoid this practice of Marjarasana. With the help of Marjarasana, we are releasing the tension of our back muscles and improving the flexibility of your spine. And even when you do Marjarasana, you are extending your spine as well as you are giving a flexion to your spine. So in this practice of Marjarasana, you are exercising each and every muscle of your back and you are using each and every joint of your spine. So for Marjarasana, slowly inhale, head up, lower back down. Exhale, head down, lower back up. Inhale, head up, lower back down. Exhale, head down, lower back up. Inhale, head up, lower back down. Exhale, head down, lower back up. While holding this, you have to take your abdomen in. All the muscles of your back are getting stretched. Your spine, you're giving flexion to your spine, improving the flexibility of your spine. Inhale, head up, lower back down. Exhale, head down, lower back up. So here you can do 8 repetitions of this practice, this variation of Marjarasana, and then come back in center. And prepare yourself for the next variation of Marjarasana. So in this variation, you have to keep your eyes open. Slowly raise your right hand. Raise your right hand from the side of your body above your head, and you have to gaze on the fingers of your right hand. But if you are suffering from neck pain, please avoid looking up. You can look down as. Now come back. Hold it for 5 to 10 seconds. Now slowly raise your left hand from the side above your head. Gaze on the fingers of your left hand. As I told you, if you have neck pain, look down. Come back. You can repeat this variation 2 times. Raise your right hand from the side above your head. Slowly come back. Raise your left hand, gazing on the fingers of your left hand. And slowly come back. Stay there for a while. And prepare yourself for the 3rd variation of Marjarasana. Now in 3rd variation, you will bring your legs closer. Don't join them, just bring them closer. This is also a balancing practice. So slowly raise your left hand, right leg and your head. Stretch your body nicely. Gaze in front. Your breath should be natural and you have to maintain this for 10 seconds. While coming back, first your hand, then your leg. Now slowly raise your left leg, right hand and your head and stretch your body nicely. Here your calf muscles are getting contracted, your hamstring muscles are contracting and your gluteus muscles are contracting. There is some contraction in them, your back muscles even as well in little contraction, just to maintain this balance. Come back, first your hand, then your leg. Now if this variation is difficult for you, you can go with the simple variation in which you are just raising your leg. Take your hand little bit more towards your head. So slowly raise your right leg and your toes anchoring out. You are stretching your leg, you are stretching your lower back and you are looking in front. Maintain this for 10 seconds. Come back. Now raise your left leg and your toes anchoring out. And you have to maintain this for some time. Come back slowly. Now come in sitting position. Now we will see Bhujangasana Cobra posture. But before we start our practice of Cobra posture, Bhujangasana, we have to understand that each and every person cannot do this posture directly. We have to understand the techniques, we have to understand the limitation and the other do's and don'ts before we start our practice. So if the person is above the age of 40, 45 or 50, you have to be a bit more careful while doing Bhujangasana. You can go with the simple practice of Bhujangasana, or we say the simple Bhujangasana, not with the traditional Bhujangasana, because when we pass the age of 45 or 50, the fluids in our body get reduced and the degeneration process of our muscles, of our cells started. So we have to be very careful, otherwise we will harm ourselves during the practice of Bhujangasana. So we will see the traditional practice of Bhujangasana as well as the simple or a modified practice of Bhujangasana, which everyone can do. Now we will start our practice of Bhujangasana. So I request Banwari ji to lie on their belly for the practice of Bhujangasana. And before we start our practice of Bhujangasana, we will relax our back in Makarasana. For 10 seconds we will do Makarasana, 10 to 15 seconds. So Makarasana will be the preparatory practice for Bhujangasana. So for Makarasana, take 2 feet gap between your legs, heel inside, toes outside. Make a cushion of your palms and place your forehead on that. Here we are releasing the tension of our back. So you have to be aware of your back. You are following the natural pattern of your breath. And prepare your mind for the practice of Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. For Bhujangasana, again you have to come in prone position, your legs together, hands by the side and your forehead on floor. We are going with the traditional practice of Bhujangasana. You have to bend both the elbows and place your palms by the side of your chest, all the fingers together. Now place your chin on floor. slowly lift your chin up, lift your chest up till your navel. So half of your abdomen will get lifted, but don't lift your navel. Minimum pressure on your palms, and with closed eyes you have to be aware of your back. Here we are working on the deep muscles of our back. We are giving a nice extension to our spine, relaxing the disc between our vertebral columns. If there is little bulging of your disc, will come in the natural position. You have to hold this posture for 15 to 20 seconds if you are a beginner, and come back. First your chest on floor, chin on floor, and forehead on floor. Just now we saw Bhujangasana. The limitation of this practice, those who are suffering from severe lower back pain or neck pain, they have to avoid this practice. Those who are suffering from neck pain, they can do this practice taking care of neck, not giving much pressure on our neck. Those who are having hernia issues, they have to avoid this practice, and even those who are suffering from cardiac issues except low BP, they have to avoid this practice of traditional Bhujangasana. We will repeat our practice. Let's do again. Place your chin on floor. Slowly lift your chin up. Lift your chest up till your navel. Maintain this. Here we are working on the deep muscles of our back. You're contracting the muscles of our back. The muscles fiber are getting strengthened, as well as you are expanding your chest, you are opening your rib cage. And if you hold this posture for a little bit longer time, like for 30 seconds, for 1 minute, you are creating more pressure on your abdomen, because of which you are massaging your internal organs, your intestine, your liver, your stomach and your spleen, and you are improving the efficiency of your internal organs, improving your digestive power. Come back, first your chest on floor, then your chin on floor, and your forehead on floor. Hands by the side, and again go in Makarasana, relax in Makarasana. You will stay there for few seconds. So when we are relaxing, we are giving time to the muscles of our back to come in the original position. Whatever tension we have gathered on our back, we are releasing that tension. Now we are going with the modification practice of Bhujangasana, modified Bhujangasana. So take your legs together, stretch your hands in front and your forehead on floor. As I told you before, that everyone cannot practice the traditional Bhujangasana. If your age is above 45 or 50, you go with the simple Bhujangasana. If you are a regular practitioner, then you can go with the same practice of traditional Bhujangasana, because you have strengthened your muscles, you have toned up your muscles, and your muscles are supporting you. But if you are not a regular practitioner, if you are a beginner, go with the simple practice of Bhujangasana. So this Bhujangasana is good for lower back pain. Slowly place your chin on floor. Lift your chin up. Lift your chest up. Slowly bend your elbows and place your elbows under your shoulders. Look in front and with closed eyes, be aware of your back. So So even after holding this posture, you are getting a little bit of lower back pain. You can keep a little gap between your legs. So this modification also you can follow if you are still getting troubled in your lower back pain while doing this. If any slight displacement in your vertebral columns can be adjusted with the help of this practice of Bhujanga Asana, both the Bhujanga Asana, whether it is a traditional or a modified. Now slowly come back. Keep your legs together, stretch your hands in front, chest on floor, chin on floor, and your forehead on floor. And relax in Makarasana again. Now we will go for the practice of Shalabhasana. In Shalabhasana, first we will do the traditional technique or traditional practice of Shalabhasana. Then we see the simplified or the modified practice of Shalabhasana. Now prepare your mind for the practice of Shalabhasana. We are going with the traditional practice of Shalabhasana locust posture. So again you have to come in prone position, your legs together, hands by the side, and your forehead on floor, palm facing up, forehead on floor, shoulders relaxed. Now for the traditional practice of Shalabhasana, you have to make a fist, thumb inside, and this is a modification in tradition. You can follow in this posture that place your fist under your thighs. So this gives a nice support to your legs to raise up. So keep your legs together. Those who are suffering from lower back pain, those who are suffering from any cardiac issue except low BP, hernia issue, they have to avoid this practice. Now place your chin on floor. Slowly raise your both the legs without bending your knees as much as you can. Minimum 6 inches. Maintain this for 10 to 15 seconds. If you are a beginner, you can hold it to from 5 to 10 seconds. And slowly come back. Stay there, we will repeat this practice. In this posture, we are working on our lower back, we are working on our lower body. Your calf muscles, your hamstring muscles, and your gluteal muscles are in contraction while holding this posture to maintain this balance. The pressure is coming on your abdomen. You are giving a nice massage to your internal organs. So it helps to release constipation and also to improve your digestion. So we will repeat this practice again. Raise your both the legs without bending your knees as much as you can, and maintain this for 5 to 10 seconds. Now slowly come back. As I told you that everyone cannot go with the traditional practice of Bhujangasana or Shalabhasana. If you are above the age of 40 or 50, or if you are suffering from this kind of medical condition which I have told you in the limitations, you can go with the modification. So if you have lower back pain, we are going with the modification. So slowly raise your right leg without bending your knee above your head. This is Ardha Shalabhasana which we are doing only with one leg. You have to feel your calf, feel your hamstrings and your gluteal muscles of your right leg. You are strengthening the muscles of your lower body. Be aware of your lower back. So those who are suffering from lower back pain, they will get benefit in this practice. You are improving the condition of your lower back. Slowly come back. Slowly raise your left leg without bending your knee as much as you can. Be aware of your lower back. Feel what is happening with your lower back muscles. Come back slowly. So it is good for lower back pain to treat your lower back pain, to treat your sciatica issues. But those who are suffering from hip arthritis, they have to be very careful even in this modification of Shalabhasana. We will repeat again. Again, raise your right leg without bending your knee. Your breath should be natural during the practice. Maintain this and be aware of your lower body, of your lower back. You are improving the circulation of blood towards your lower extremity in this practice of Shalabhasana and Ardha Shalabhasana. Slowly come back. Even those who have varicose veins, they are benefiting themselves with the help of this practice. Raise your left leg without bending your knee as much as you can. Asthmatic patients, be very careful in this practice of Shalabhasana because the pressure is coming on your chest. You are creating a negative pressure on your abdomen. Improving the functioning of your digestive system. Slowly come back. So in this you have to raise your leg without bending your knee and without tilting your lower back. Very important. Now remove your hands, release your fist and relax in Makarasana again. Time to release the tension of your lower back. Now slowly come back, your legs together, and come in any comfortable sitting position. Sit in any comfortable meditative posture with your spine erect and your head straight. We have completed all three asanas, Marjarasana, Bhujangasana and Shalabhasana, and we are concluding our session with 3-time Om, 3-time Shanti Mantra. Join your palms in Namaskar Mudra. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So stay connected, keep practicing, and we will meet again for the next session. Thank you.